10 insulated shelters were taken from a colony in downtown Weirton where roughly 4 cats have lived for several years. Volunteers say the colony had never caused issues.
And no one has ever said a word, given us problems before. And last week I was notified by one of the feeders that the totes were gone. There was somebody there taking them out, putting them in a truck and taking them away.
At least 5 more cats were relying on shelters off Three Springs Drive, and Tammy Van Camp with the Hancock County Humane Foundation said many of them are more than a decade old. She said those shelters also disappeared days before the storm.
Straw is a big insulator for cats in wintertime because it draws the moisture away from them, it wicks it, and it dries real fast. So the cat doesn't freeze that way. The cat gets dry, within the straw. They will bury themselves up in the straw.
According to volunteers, all cats at both colonies had been trapped, neutered, and released, part of a population control practice known as TNR. They say the shelters were well insulated and stocked with straw to help the animals survive winter. According to the Hancock County Assessor's website, at least one location belongs to Barone Realty. We contacted the company for comment, but have not heard back.
They removed them and they destroyed them as they were removing them. They were put into the dumpster over on Marlin Heights.
With temperatures forecast in the teens and wind chills in the negatives this week, volunteers rushed to trap the colony on Three Springs Drive. They were there from Saturday at 9 a.m. until midnight and caught 3 cats.
That's the first thing I thought is they're going to die. If we don't trap them and get them out of there, they'll die. Because the weather was coming. They were saying, the bad weather was coming, the snow and the freezing temperatures. And if there's no shelter boxes.
One cat was later found dead, frozen to the ground. Photographic evidence has been provided by a volunteer. However, it is too graphic in nature to show.
They're over 10, maybe 10 to 15 years old. One of the cats has a really bad had a tail injury. That's going to require vetting.
The situation has ignited hundreds of comments online, with residents demanding to know why the removals happened days before a historic cold snap.
It's cruel. It's inhumane. And why would you do this right before the snowstorm? It makes no sense whatsoever.
As of now, the downtown cats remain on the property. And on Three Springs Drive, 3 cats were taken in, with 1 still unaccounted for. Volunteers say they don't want conflict, they just want answers.